go. See him right there. Oh, Big C, what's happening? Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Miss Latoya.
Hey,
how you doing?
All right.
Y'all all right? Y'all mind if I join y'all here?
No problem.
Yeah, sure, come on.
Good deal, good deal. I ain't interrupting nothing, am I?
Where you are, but I'm glad you came along. You did.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We were just talking about the message that Pastor Reeves preached on Sunday, and we were kind of trying to figure out if we were happy about what he was saying or not.
Okay, okay.
You know, I would like to get your opinion on something, man, so we can break up this little intellectual log jam we got going on.
Yeah.
Well, just let you know you came to the right place as far as information. You know what I'm saying? But I do my best. I mean, what exactly is this intellectual log jam you talking about? What kind of?
Well, we was talking about how some Christians feel caged in by their Christianity.
Yeah, you know, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I have to do that. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. They just feel imprisoned.
It's funny that y'all would be talking about this, because as I was thinking about the message that Pastor preached Sunday, couldn't help. It made me think about the trip that we took to the zoo.
Pastor sermon, what you think about the zoo? You know, it's one of them Gamecock football games that I can see. You know, this message talking about the zoo.
The zoo?
Just follow me on this. I mean, think about it. Those animals are in those cages all day, trapped. I mean, doing nothing, walking from one side of the cage to the other. I mean, they're trapped.
But what do bored animals have to do with the dudes that don't Christianity?
Okay, I got to elaborate a little bit more, I see. Well, just like those animals in the cages, just like we are, they have so much potential, but can't do anything with it because they trapped in those cages. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, take for instance, when I watched the bear habitat when I was at the zoo, I could see where the walls were wet and warm, where the bear rubbed up against him, walking from one side of his cage to the other. Then he would turn and do the same thing all over again. I mean, you can tell that's all he did all day long because of the way the walls were warm from where he rubbed up against them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I know it's the same thing, man. I was at the zoo a few months ago, but I was looking at a tiger cage.
You know what? I remember that tiger cage. I seen the same thing. Yeah.
You could hear that tiger there that just walk against that concrete floor. Like he walked back and forth from one side of the cage to the other.
I'm telling you, he was looking for a way out.
And I bet you he knew every square inch of that cage.
Yep.
And I think you're right. He was trying to find a way out of it.
Trying to tell you. That's my point exactly. And to me, that's just like being a Christian. We stay trapped in our cages, trying to find a way out, even though we know there isn't a way out. You know, we have a tendency to look out at the rest of the world, at all the fun they seem to be having and excitement. We tend to get a little jealous, you know, and we tend to feel like we're trapped.
That's right.
Hold up.
What?
Hold
Oh,
up.
she speaks now.
I think you guys are looking at it from the wrong perspective.
What do you mean?
What would you say if I said that the tiger is really better off inside the cage?
Better off inside the cage. I say you done lost your mind.
Better off. Cage, come on. No,
Yes.
everybody's going to be in the cage to
Listen.
be happy.
Better off, right.
He gets all the food he needs. He's protected from his enemies. He isn't allowed to do harm to others, and he's in a position to allow others to learn from him.
I see what you're saying, but
I
I
know.
don't elaborate a little bit more. I don't
That's
understand.
something.
Okay, listen. The Lord has placed us in a cage, so to speak, to protect us from the world that is around us. He knows that we're better off in a protected environment.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. You do realize we ain't trapped inside no cage. I mean, we can leave this job right now, go out into the real world, and get into sin. It's just that easy. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right. The door to our cage is always open. You can leave at any time. That's known as free will.
Free will.
The Lord knows that we're better off inside the cage because we're protected from the enemy's temptation. Not that we won't have any, but he knows that once we leave the cage, it's much harder for us to fight off those temptations. It's just like what you guys were saying about the zoo, but just in a different way. Listen at this. If the tiger leaves the cage, he gonna eat someone, right? Okay. If he eats someone, he's gonna get shot.
It's like that gorilla.
Like the gorilla. Yeah, you gotta get it.
All right. The trainer knows that that if the tiger leaves the cage and eats someone, he's going to get shot. So he makes sure that the tiger stays inside the cage no matter what the tiger has to say about it.
Oh, wait a minute. You saying if we go outside the will of God,
Ask the
we gonna
question.
be shot?
That's right, brother.
Come on,
That's a good
Steve.
question, Big Steve.
You know that's not what I'm saying. No, we're not going to be shot.
I don't like that what you saying.
But what I am saying, guys, is listen at this. We should look at it from the perspective of being removed from a sinful world, rather than have the attitude that we missing out on a lot of life because we're stuck inside a cage. It's all about perspective,
Oh my
guys.
God.
Hey, Ron, thanks for your perspective. man.
Anytime, Steve, you know
Thanks for
I...
helping me to prove my point
Oh
to
my
y'all.
God, that's enough. Look, we late getting back here. And y'all
Yeah.
letting me know the next time we have one of these intellectual log jams. So y'all call somebody else. Come on.